Okay, originally I was not going to make this video because we covered it yesterday on the morning show, or at the time of this video, Wednesday on the morning show. And everybody's covering this situation right now, so I thought, what more do I personally have to offer in regards to everything that's going on right now? And then I realized that that's what the core of these commentary videos are made to be about, is me offering my personal thoughts on the subject at hand. And needless to say, the Asmongold segment at the end of Smash JT's video is really what sparked this video. Sparked me to make this commentary because it got a reaction out of me. Seeing that comment actually got a reaction out of me. And if it was just the unhinged and just a grown man having basically the world's richest man on the planet living rent free in his head, I would have moved on. I would have not made this video. But it's the fact that it is an art director. It is, and with art directors, and especially with concept artists, I do hold them to a high regard, and I do hold them to I do treat them with a lot of respect. So seeing this particular old tweet dug up really hit a nerve with me personally. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are. My name is Makini90, artist, journeyman, and illustrator, black artist, journeyman, and illustrator, and welcome you to the Makini Draws channel. I hope you all are doing well today, and you guys know what we're talking about. Avowed. Avowed, the newest title from Fallout New Vegas developer, Obsidian. Definitely was one that's looking forward to. We covered Avowed during the Xbox Game Showcase back in June, which was a lot of fun. Needless to say, from some of the trailers that I've been looking at, it looks kind of meh to me. Looks like it'll be a really good hit with Obsidian fans, and it will, do good. It's from the previews are very positive of it, although I do feel that some of the faces are, I won't say ugly, more of the they got the crash test dummy kind of look to them, so it's kind of a little bit of a turn off, and it's just bad pass by. This game's gonna be a success, and move on. Maybe people are not gonna talk about this and whatever. However, this situation that we have with art director Matt Hansen and Elon has been surfacing and has kind of escalated. And when stuff like this escalates, when figures like Matt Hansen run their mouth, we people go and start digging up old tweets, old stuff they may have said in the past to see who this person in question truly is, and that's where this video is coming from. So smack that like button, make it jiggle. Smack that subscribe button, make it jiggle. Yes, this is I made no bones about this. I am a black artist. I mean, it was blatantly obvious by my avatar and such like that, but that's one of probably the focal point I would be focused on, is that particular tweet and this attitude that I have really hit a nerve with me on this one. So, Avowed is in the headlines for mostly the wrong reasons right now. It all started with news surfacing of early demos, early previews and such like that. One particular preview from Force Gaming, where he mentioned that in the character creators selection, they were not able to record the first part of that creator selection for unknown reasons, and that did raise a little bit of an eyebrow. something that may have been hiding. I won't say that. Maybe some footage, or maybe something that was undeveloped, or maybe, just maybe, something they might be hiding. Of course, it's probably alluding to another action RPG that we covered not too long ago, and one that really, really damaged the reputation of a famous studio. Well, there was more news surfacing that in the character creation tool that there is going to be the existence of pronouns. Obviously, it seems to be becoming the norm, and if you want my personal opinion, I think pronouns are unnecessary. I think they are completely unnecessary. Especially in a medieval fantasy setting where I haven't heard a single justification for why you would implement pronouns, especially in a medieval fantasy setting. But we'll get to that. We'll maybe we can push that aside. So here's my hot take. Let the dislikes flow through. No, but Elon, I think no. This actually came from Grums. Grums was sharing this on Twitter about, the existence of pronouns and such like that, and it prompted Elon, who saw the Grums' tweet, reshared it, and he basically quoted that having pronouns in a game or video games is completely unacceptable. I say completely unnecessary. I would say just unnecessary. I wouldn't go so far as say it's unacceptable, but I guess tomato thing. And that prompted a response from Matt Hansen, art director at Obsidian, and who worked on the Avowed game as well. And it was not on his Twitter. In fact, it was on his BluSky, because like a lot of people lately, they have fled to BluSky because that seems to be a safe haven for them to be able to run their mouth and show their ass. Which, to be fair, on BluSky's count, the BluSky ain't really a safe haven over there, is it? That's a topic for another day. But Matt Hansen went on this. I don't know if it's just gloating about the fact that you have pronouns and such like that, gloating about all of that in an attempt to prop up the game, to get the game more attention, to get Microsoft more attention, to get their developer more attention, to get the game in the headlines. But he went on in a very, I would say, very unhinged and unhinged tweets, with this and that, proudly boasting about the game having pronouns and such, about, pissing off Elon and, using, watching a grown man basically call Elon my sweet summer child, and it's like that, like he's supposed to be clever, like he's trying to be funny or clever or snarky, which that isn't work. It just shows his arrogance, and it just shows how much he's sniffing his own farts, if I could put it in that easier term. And it was really telling. It was really telling that, like, something like this may turn people off of the game. It may turn audiences off of the game if they see that this is their art director acting this reactionary, this unprofessional, only because Elon spoke up. Elon made a tweet and said, pronouns are becoming going to be a regular thing. Pronouns are being unacceptable and such like that. And of course, it prompted him to also say that he's going to, pull Taika Waititi, saying, I'm going to ruin your mythos in a minute, by basically probably boasting that he's going to put more pronouns in this, more pronouns moving forward, more the identity politics moving forward. So, and even boasting that this might be the wokest game ever, and that's some competition, I guess, whatever. But I just saw all of that as just, that's just going to turn people off. But then again, there was that section where where Obsidian is under full control of Microsoft, and this is and Avowed is a day one Game Pass exclusive, so they got an umbrella, they got a protection. If they weren't under Microsoft, this would definitely hurt the sales, but we'll see how it is. And I think after some of these tweets, I think it might put a dent in some of the sales a little bit, but then again, they're under Microsoft, so they're under $1 billion company, $1 billion corporation, so that may give them carte blanche to run their mouth and say whatever they want to say. But then you go into the tweets that were dug up about Matt, about Mr. Hansen. And this is where the crux of the video and where my response comes from. In a specific tweet, this was back in maybe earlier this year, but he deleted his Twitter account to move over to BluSky. But this tweet dug up, and I have I got a personal opinion about this and why this hits a nerve with me. Quote from Matt, who is herding plates, spinning cats on when used to have on Twitter. Quote, reminder to black artists out there who are looking for portfolio reviews or job advice. My DMs are open and you will always have my priority. We got too many crusty white dudes in this field. Please let me help you replace me one day. I want to go back to living in the woods. And this is the art director of Obsidian, of this game. And this likely was probably made back in 2020, or from looking at how it was response to a Josh Sawyer quote, it looks like it was made this year. And where do I begin? Where does this hit a nerve with me? So, in twofolds, I look, as a black artist myself, I look at this as in a couple ways. The first way I look at it is, this is an art director. This is someone of a higher position. This is a senior concept artist. This is in any single person who holds a position like an art director or a concept artist or part of the art team on any game, on any product, on anything. I hold them to a lot of respect, and I hold them to a lot of high regard because to be honest, that is a position I would love to have, but in all honesty, I don't think I have a portfolio or even qualified enough to even be a part of it, any kind of art team, or being even a concept artist at all, due to my line of work. I don't think I'm ever going to be qualified for anything like that. And I follow concept artists on YouTube all the time who is senior concept artists, former concept artists, people in the industry who, offer these great tutorials, great insights into the industry, insight, whether it's gaming, whether it's comics, whether it's animation, regardless. So, as you can see, I hold these positions, I hold these titles to high regard. So, but the fact that, considering the attitude of this person, considering the way this person was saying, considering what he was bringing up, hit a personal nerve with me, because I have called out at least 2 senior concept artists this year alone, either for what they were saying publicly on social media or for making excuses. This is not making an excuse. This is this is more on the former. And as a black artist, Matt Hansen would be the last person I would even think about to ask for a portfolio review, let alone advice to get into the video game industry. And this is where the second part of my issue comes with. The white savior complex. Matt, you lost a customer with me. You lost someone who will have no interest in playing anything that you are involved in. Considering your tweets, considering your post on BluSky, considering your acting like a 5-year-old, basically having Elon live rent-free in your head, why would I support you? Why would I take you up on that advice? The arrogance, just the white savior complex that I am vehemently sick of. You want to treat, but and this is highlighting a problem, a potential lawsuit, because Chris Avalon, formerly Obsidian, also saw this tweet and saw these old tweets and brought up that if you are a black artist or if you're a white artist or if you're any other artist that isn't black and you were discriminated on the pretense of race when it came to hiring, when asking for applying for any art position in Obsidian, you might be able to file grounds for a lawsuit, because what Matt Hansen, in his infinite wisdom, just did was basically get Obsidian in potential trouble for discriminatory hiring practices. But let's circle back to this white savior complex here, because you are treating someone like me, someone like people like the friends I know, like Sean, Art Attack, like Jay the Concept, like so many incredible black artists. You treat them as purse puppies to you. Is that what we are to you, Matt? And you can send this directly to his BluSky. Since he's continuing to boast about this, you can happily send it to him, tell him I asked him for it. So, Matt, if you ever come across this video, so are we purse puppies to you? Is that what it is? You want specifically black artists because you want to be replaced. You're asking me to replace. So just discriminating on any other artist who wants to apply for Obsidian, who wants to get into the business, who think this might be a good start, or this might be a place I want to go to. Is that what you're going for? This savior complex, thinking you can defend me, thinking you can stand up for me or stand up for any of the black artists as well. This whole too many crusty white dudes, please help me replace you one day. How pathetic are you? How sad and pathetic are you? There is so much white guilt coming from you, just emitting from your beard as well. You're weak, absolute weak, and you're blatantly, and honestly, you're blatantly racist. You're blatantly racist. Yes, I had a problem with this. Is that what I am to you? Is that what any of these other black artists to you? It's just purse puppy. It's just a purse puppy, right? Is that what we are? Just so you can virtue signal and show how great you are? Helping the black artist, helping the POC artist? Is that what you want to call it? To get a foot in the industry? Is that where you want to go? Because that is not a good look whatsoever. It doesn't make you look good. It doesn't make you look virtuous. It doesn't paint you in a positive light whatsoever. And yes, I am legitimately angry about this, because this is coming from an art director. This is coming from somebody who is in the industry, someone who is deciding which artists, which designers get into the game, get into the project. This is from a lead art director who should know better. Who should have some actual gosh darn common sense. I'm trying not to curse here. So yes, I am legitimately angry. I am legitimately angry and insulted. As someone who doesn't even have a moniker, probably doesn't even have a moniker of talent, a moniker of experience or skill to even get into this field. I probably don't. But if this is how you're gonna treat me, this is how you're gonna treat other black artists, this is how you're gonna treat any other non-white artists in general, we shouldn't take your advice seriously. We shouldn't be asking, nobody should be asking you for a portfolio review after this. Nobody. But then again, I'm not surprised. I mean, I could happily point out the situation that we had with Daniel Launders over at EA, who is working on the upcoming Black Panther game. I'll happily put that comment there, because that is so blatant. You're asking me why me, a black person, is trying to speak up for trying to say that this is having a problem with this, because this is generally discriminatory practices. This is generally discriminatory. And it goes all the way, of course it goes all the way back to the whole white is not a race. You can't be racist towards white people. You just get the heck out of here with that. You wonder why people are getting sick of it. You wonder why people you're trying to prop up, people you're trying to defend, people you're trying to virtue signal for are getting sick of it. So no, you lose a supporter in me, you lose a customer, you lose any ounce of respect from me. Zero. I wouldn't even spin your direction, Hansen. That's how low I think of you. So purely from the bottom of my heart, f*** you. Seriously, f*** you. I'm dead serious. Honestly, I kind of want to see these lawsuits go through. I want to see this potential discriminatory suit go through, if that is true. Because you just showed your ass, and that is going to get your team in trouble. It's going to get Microsoft in trouble. But what do I know? This game is probably going to do well anyway, because it's under the Microsoft umbrella. So this is probably going to be passed over in the next week or so. And people are probably going to forget about this, and we're just talking to a brick wall. It's probably not going to mean anything at the end of this. But you know what? I want to get my own personal thing, because this hit a nerve with me. It's just as an artist, as somebody who looks up to people like these, I'm disgusted. So no, Matt Hansen, f*** you. That's my thoughts. What are you guys? Yours? Let me know in the comment section down below. Like, comment, share, subscribe, whatever. Thank you to everybody in this cute, sexy, and fun nation. I really appreciate that. If you guys want to help support the channel and get access to exclusive art drops that I do here, join the channel for as little as $1 a month. I really appreciate all the support. Join the Discord. Check me out on my socials. And thank you for watching. I'm Maki90, art streamer and illustrator. And I'll see y'all next time for another video. So until then, stay cute, stay sexy, have fun. Never apologize for wanting attractive women in your media, especially in your video games. Because with people like Matt, and guarantee, if you're somebody who wants to get in the industry, don't ever let pieces of crap like Matt Hansen don't ever ask people like that for a portfolio view. They're way better people you could look up to help you get into the industry. Matt Hansen should be the last person. And above all else, never stop drawing.